Have you ever needed to explain a complicated process but struggled to make it easy to follow? Do you want a faster way to turn ideas into organized visuals without spending hours designing diagrams? AI flowchart generators are making it much easier for businesses, teams, and creators to map out workflows in just a few minutes. I'm Sissy with Jotform, and in this video we will look at some of the best AI flowchart generators available right now. We'll cover tools designed for workflow visualization, enterprise documentation, business process mapping, and technical engineering diagrams. You'll also see how these platforms handle prompts, editing, collaboration, and customization. Let's jump right in. Jotform AI Flowchart Generator is built for workflow visualization, especially for people who want a clean, professional chart without a steep learning curve. It is a web-based platform that creates flowcharts from AI prompts and also gives users manual editing tools for refinements. The interface is simple enough for beginners, but it still produces detailed diagrams with paths, dependencies, loops, and decision points. That makes it a strong fit for businesses that need to explain operational processes clearly and quickly. Jotform was tested with a prompt for an online checkout process that included cart review, login or guest checkout, payment validation, fraud checks, and order confirmation. The requested chart also needed error handling for failed payments and out-of-stock items, loops for retrying payments, branches for payment methods, confirmation emails, and inventory updates. Jotform handled that logic well after the first prompt, creating a useful structure with strong organization. Only a few drag-and-drop adjustments were needed to make the chart feel ready for presentation. A major benefit of Jotform is that it does not require expert prompting or design experience to get a strong result. You can describe the workflow you want, review the AI-generated chart, and then clean up the layout manually if needed. The platform is especially helpful for mapping business operations, customer journeys, internal processes, and other workflows teams need to understand. Its main trade-off is that manual editing options are more limited than some design-heavy platforms, and collaboration features are not as extensive. Overall, it is good for teams that want presentation-ready diagrams without a complex tool. Jotform's AI Workflow Generator can also support workflows created in the Flowchart tool, giving users another way to flesh out process ideas. Lucidchart is best suited for enterprise workflow documentation and is one of the most familiar names in diagram creation. It can help users build many types of charts, including flowcharts with strong AI support and a full design workspace. In testing, Lucidchart followed the prompt extremely well and even improved on the request by adding helpful details. That makes it useful for teams that need both speed and a polished result. The test prompt for Lucidchart was to create a flowchart for publishing blog content, including drafting, editing, approval, SEO optimization, and publishing. It also asked for revision loops, dependencies between roles, and parallel social media scheduling. Lucidchart produced a strong flowchart that captured those steps clearly and organized the process across the different parts of the workflow. Its prompt adherence was described as one of the strongest among the tools tested. Lucidchart features that stand out include its design, collaboration, and integration. The drag-and-drop editor lets users modify nearly any part of the chart, and the visual customization tools are extensive. Teams can use link sharing, comments, task assignments, presentation tools, and explanation videos in the same workspace where they build the chart. The downside is that many features are limited to paid plans, and AI-based follow-up editing is not available. Overall, Lucidchart's versatility is appealing. Users can make detailed design adjustments as well as get a strong first draft from one prompt and polish it quickly. Creately AI Flowchart Generator is designed for business process mapping and is useful for turning detailed workflows into visual diagrams. It can be accessed online and includes a large prompt window, giving users room to describe complex processes with more detail. That is helpful when a workflow has several stages, dependencies, branches, and loops. For business teams, this can make it easier to capture a process accurately before turning it into a chart. Creately was tested with a hiring pipeline prompt that covered the process from application to onboarding. The requested chart included resume screening, interviews, offer stages, rejection paths, loops for candidate reevaluation, dependencies between interview stages, and parallel interview scheduling. Creately displayed the branches, dependencies, and cycles accurately, which showed that it could understand fairly complex business logic. The generated flow was useful and captured the structure of the hiring process well. Where Creately struggled was in the visual design. The initial diagram was not as polished as some of the other tools, and some shapes had to be moved around to make the layout feel organized. There were also issues with overlapping connectors and text, which could make the chart harder to read at first glance. Creately also offers collaboration tools, data integrations, and larger canvases for users who need to work more deeply with their diagrams. This makes it practical for teams that plan to keep expanding or refining process maps. Overall, Creately is still appealing for users who want generous free access and strong process mapping, but there are limited editing features unless users upgrade. Diagram GPT by Eraser is best for engineering teams and other technical users who need diagrams for complex systems. It is built for engineers, developers, and technical teams rather than general business users. The platform lets users create diagrams from natural language prompts or code, and it includes presets that guide the type of output. This makes it a strong fit for people who need precise technical logic instead of a simple business workflow. Diagram GPT was tested with a prompt about maintaining consistency in a distributed database. The prompt included replication, consensus, leader election, conflict resolution, branching for network partitions, dependencies between nodes, and synchronization steps. After the initial prompt, the tool asked several highly technical follow-up questions, which helped shape a more accurate result. The final diagram showed a deep understanding of technical language and complex logic flows. Diagram GPT's editing tools are also useful for technical diagrams. Users can adjust colors and shapes, choose from many flowchart symbols, and include icons or logos related to cloud providers and technical platforms. The biggest limitations are around collaboration and file handling, since sharing and comments are available, but exports and embedding are more restricted. Overall, Diagram GPT is one of the strongest options for developers and engineers who need AI to understand technical systems and turn them into logical diagrams. Diagram GPT is also helpful because it supports detailed, layered prompting. For technical professionals, that means the tool can capture specialized language and dependencies that a general flowchart generator might miss. AI flowchart generators are becoming valuable tools for businesses, creators, developers, and project managers who need to communicate ideas quickly and clearly. Each platform approaches flowchart creation differently, whether the focus is enterprise collaboration, workflow visualization, business process mapping, or technical engineering diagrams. Choosing the right option depends on the type of projects you handle and the level of customization or collaboration your team requires. Our top choice was Jotform AI Flowchart Generator. It lets you create and update flowcharts using AI prompts, helping you build presentation-ready diagrams in just a few minutes. If you prefer more hands-on control, the platform also includes manual editing tools for fine-tuning your design. Exporting your finished charts is fast, simple, and unrestricted. Thanks for watching today. I'm Sissy with Jotform. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you again soon.